I forgot to include you from the start. So this is a newer mold and it's soft. So I was able to just peel it back. And then I got to this point and I remembered to show you. So it's still attached. There's the wick. And so this is actually the bottom in the mold becomes the top of the candle. So I'm going to cut the wick. So there we go. So now the mold still has the wick threaded up through the bottom, in the center of the bottom. And what you do is you find the center, and then you poke a hole with a needle, and then I use a crochet hook to push through from inside to grab the wick and then pull it. And then I reach inside and pull the wick up. So what I've just done is cut the wick from the candle, and now it's already threaded for the next time I use it. I just pull the wick up and the roll of the wick while it's off to the side. So that way you don't have to constantly rethread your wicks through your candle molds. And then I'll just pop it back. So check this out. Beautiful. It's a rose pillar mold. Isn't that beautiful? And of course, the smell of beeswax is always amazing and wonderful. And then now I'm just this is gonna be a little fiddly to cut the wick. Cut the wick here. And then remove it from the metal. There we go. And then what I will do is I'll set it down, and then I'll use my level to lay the level on it to make sure that it's level. If it's not, then I grind the bottom on a frame because it has the cutouts of the honeycombs on it for the bees, but it also makes a great little thing to grind on to smooth out the bottom so that it'll sit level. And there you go. Beautiful. Here's the next one. This is a pillar in a harder silicone mold. And remember, I put paper towels on the top for insulation so that the cooling of the candle would be slower. And look, it's just ready to pop out. So I'm just pulling it out. There you go, is the wick again. So now I'm going to cut the wick. There we go. So as I mentioned, there's the wick to be pulled up for the next candle. So set that aside. And then there we go. Beautiful. This is the bottom. This is the top. Isn't that just gorgeous? Beautiful. And the smell. Oh, when you burn a beeswax candle, the smell that it releases is so incredibly beautiful. Very nice. These are on my Etsy shop. I broke my arm really badly, and so I had to close my Etsy shop. But now that I'm better and I've got through some other medical crises, I've reopened my Etsy shop, and so if you go to my website, bmagic.com, you'll be able to link up to my Etsy shop. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the merchandise that I'm producing, that would be wonderful. So this one is an older mold, and I actually had to slice it. Originally, I could get the candles out, but as this aged, I found I had to slice the mold to release the candle. It's quite a big pillar candle. And you can see here, it's kind of sticking. I could have used a mold release spray, but I'm probably due to buy a newer, updated mold that would just work a little easier. There, cut that tape. Okay, come on, baby. And here's the final one release from the mold. So that was a struggle to get that out. So I think I'm going to have to work on that mold, or maybe buy a newer one that's easier to unmold. There we go.